partner read on the book shopping over there. Would you mind just grabbing the book and read a book? Thanks. How's it going? Good. How's your reading going? Yeah. So, what are some of the kinds of things you're doing as you're reading? Yeah. Can you show me some of the post-its that you've been making? Any other post-its? Why? So this one says, I think Tommy's feeling sad because little Jeff is gone and he liked little Jeff. This one says, I wonder why the L is mad and Mrs. Mayor Key is sick. I wonder if they will find a real substitute. I'm thinking he's the substitute. They're thinking. Okay, so nice. You're doing some really good reading as you're reading. Can't do anything, right? Just feeling happy because they're making scrambled eggs and it's the house. So, what book are you reading right now? Oh, can I see that for a minute? So tell me, what are you thinking about in this book so far?
That she wants to be that she wants to be budget because wait, where's
Where are you in the book? Show me where you are. So what are you thinking about at this point? I'm going to give you a little post-it so that you can make it into a bookmark so you can keep it right there. Okay, follow me. So what are you thinking so far? So what is this sort of, what are you thinking about her? So what do you think about that? So, Hannah, one thing that I'm going to just tell you that I think is really, really great thing that you're doing is that as you're reading your books, you are stopping and you're kind of thinking about your character's feelings. And also in these books that you were reading, you're kind of asking some questions. Like, I wonder why. I noticed that he can't do anything right. You're really thinking deeply about your characters, right? You're questioning. You're going like, why are they doing that? You're not just kind of like reading and just reading and reading. You're actually stopping and you're thinking, why? Like, I wonder why they're doing that. And you even like in one part like said, I think it might be because, right? So you're kind of like really doing some good thinking work about your characters and your Johnny. I think you might be ready for something. Do you want me to show you what you can be ready for? Okay. So one thing good readers do is they read is when they're, especially when they're reading chapter books, what they do is they think, okay, they first read the back blurb and then they think to themselves, like, how is this story gonna go? Like, what's the big issue in this story? And then when they post it, right, when they think things and they post it, they're thinking about this kind of like struggle or conflict or problem or issue, right, as they're posting it, okay? So I'm gonna show you what I mean. So if I'm reading a chapter book, Horrible Harry and the Kickball Wedding by Susie Clark, I'm thinking, Valentine's Day is coming soon. The kids in room 2B can't wait to see what horrible thing Harry is planning. When Sydney starts talking about his mother's wedding, Harry gets a terrific idea. Knowing Harry, Doug, and the rest of 2B are in for a hilarious, horrible Valentine's Day. So before I even read, I'm thinking, what is Harry gonna do, right? Like, what horrible thing is Harry gonna do in room 2B on Valentine's Day, right? So before I read, what I can be doing is thinking, like, I can kind of write on the cover what the conflict or the struggle is, and then I could be thinking after each chapter, how does that connect with the big struggle or the big issue, right? So I could write, Harry is planning something horrible for Valentine's Day, right? And now after I read my first chapter, I can maybe ask myself a question, or I can be jotting something about a character based on that kind of big idea that this book is all about, okay? So I want to see if you can try it. So I want to see, so you think you can kind of read the back blurb, and I'll help you, okay? All right, and then we could be thinking, like, what big thing is happening in this book, so that as you're reading each chapter, you can stop and say, what now am I thinking about either the conflict or the issue, or in this case, it's kind of like a mystery, right? Like almost like a mystery, but and then be thinking, like, how is it going to be solved, right? Okay, so let's read that.
But could the art teacher with braces
You should read that.
really be very nice? The Larry's school kids are going to
So what's like the struggle, the conflict, the problem, a mystery in this book?
try to find out if the art teacher is
So you write that on the cover. The Bailey School kids. You can even do BSK when you're like jotting about it. BSK, capital BSK. chapter books. You can do it in this chapter book. You can do it in this chapter book. So you can do all of the books that you have back proofs for in this one, right? So then on each of the covers, you're gonna have a post-it that looks like this, okay? And you'll know before you read, when you read, use the backboard to help you think about each chapter and book. And before you actually start reading, be jotting down the problem, the struggle, or the mystery on the front cover to kind of help you, right? And I'll stick a post-it on each of those covers of those that helps you remember that, right? So now after each chapter, we can actually stop and jot based on this question, this struggle, this mystery, this problem, right? So Billy School kids are going to find out if the art teacher is an alien. So now at the end of this chapter, at the end of chapter 2, what are you thinking based on that? What are you thinking based on that? Talk.
That she wants
Who's she? Say why. You ready? What made you think of that? So if that goes with this, then you can jot it here. Okay, so can you put it at the post-it at the end of every chapter to help to remind you that as you read, you're going to be thinking about this and jotting something with what you've read. It could be a prediction, it could be a question, okay? But it has to do with what? Are the Billy School kids going to find out if your teacher is an alien, right? Keep it up. Come back to see how it's going, okay? I'll tell your teacher and I'll tell me to come back to see how it's going, okay?